The movie begins in Tokyo, Japan, where we see a deadly female agent named Avery Graves at the rooftop of a building in preparation on her mission ahead. In a demure way, she sneaks into the building, while also eliminating one of the security guard. She came in contact with her target and asked him to open up his safe, which he proceeded doing so. Just then, one of the guards came in and a serious battle ensues. She easily eliminated the guard and immediately went after her target using his blood trace. More bodyguards approach her, but she easily took care of them and continued her search for her target and eventually found him. They both had a brief fight which didn't last as she eliminated him by drowning him. The scene shifted to Zagreb, Croatia, with Avery Graves arriving at home to meet her husband named David. The two embrace each other, and she also gifted her husband a gift for their anniversary. They enjoyed a lovely wine together before heading out for a walk down the street. The next day, Avery went into her office and was visited by her boss named Hedlund, who needed some information about her trip in Tokyo. As soon as they were done with their discussion, they both head into their secret's basement. Avery is informed about a top assassinations that had happened recently, and surprisingly, her organization seems not to have any clue or information about who is behind it. Anyways, Avery went home straight to go spend some time with her husband. Both as soon as she got home, she found her home in a mess and in shock. She realized her husband has been adopted, but by who? Almost immediately, she received a phone call from the kidnapper. Avery Graves is told that in order to rescue her husband, she would have to steal some classified documents from her CIA organization which contains some vital information about them in exchange of her husband. She is giving 9 hours to retrieve the file or David dies. Avery immediately called an old-time friend named Sorina, who is a hacker. Avery need her help because she want this mission to be off the books. She asked Sorina to help ping the location of her last incoming call. Sorina began working immediately, but unfortunately, it would take a bit longer to pinpoint the exact location. Avery head back to the headquarters to steal those information on Canary Black, but unfortunately for her, only few agents could access those files. She did her little hacking and got some information that would help her out, while Sorina also sent her the location she asked for. Avery head to the location but found nothing but only the phone and a ring. She got a phone call informing her they knew about her dirty game which had just led her straight to a trap. Agents Avery Graves began to find a way to disarm the bomb, which she luckily did so. The scene shifted to the CIA Black site where Avery went to visit another old-time friend named Maxfield. Her visit was to get detailed intel involving an assassin named Callie. Obviously, it is just a way for Avery to have access into their database. She interrogated the detainee about the Canary Black, but he refuses to talk. She forcefully began to manhandle him by removing one of his tooth and other to find it. Maxfield immediately came in but was also got beaten up. Avery Graves ran out of the building, but just then Maxfield found the tooth and saw it was empty. Apparently, thinking Avery had actually stolen it. She fortunately escaped, but at the cost of the CIA tagging her retreat to national security. Avery boss, Hedlund, got an instruction to put Agent Avery to the ground and informed him about Canary Black. Canary Black is a top-secret master list of blackmail material for all government personnel, as it was essentially built to keep track of pressure points which foreign government might use to flip their people into spies. Hedlund is also reminded that his video proof on his affairs 4 years ago is also included in the Canary Black file. Immediately, Hedlund heads straight to the business of the day to track Avery Graves down. Avery also continued her mission as she sneaks into Hedlund home. She uses his wife's cell phone to call Hedlund, informing him about her husband kidnapped and their demand for the Canary Black file. She also informed him that there was no files in it. She believes it all Callie. Avery begged Hedlund for his help, as it is now beyond her clearance and control. She also asked him to go check her house as it is in mess because they took David. Hedlund and Maxfield head straight to Avery Graves' home and found it all arranged, contradicting what she had told him. Hedlund still believes it all is set up. Meanwhile, Avery went to a club to visit a Frenchman and told him about her blackmailer. She also needed the list of every foreign agent, assassin, and intel broker. Agent Avery then went to a building where she fought and disarmed one of the goons. Just then, a call came in and she picked. Avery was told nothing was in the briefcase, which was true. She also informed them that nothing was in the tooth, but this only angered her blackmailer as they continued to torture her husband. She begged for time, and unfortunately get informed she has only 4 hours left. She met with Hedlund and apologized for not informing him. He also told her about her home been very arranged. He also informed her on what Canary Black is all about, and told her that his name is also on that particular file. Just then the CIA arrived and Avery was arrested. On their way, they questioned Avery about the files, but in a plot twist, they attracted some company and a chase began. They placed explosives on each side the vehicle, leading to massive gun battle. Agent Avery fought some of the goons and then proceeded to escape. At the nation's security service, Heard meet up with Avery's blackmailer and promises to hunt the agent down. Back to Avery, she booked an hotel under the name Olivia Oxley. She then sneak out of the room and went into a nearby room and also receive a message on her husband. Immediately, Heard arrived into his hotel room and got captured by Avery. She wore him a mute mask so his bodyguard won't hear him scream and began interrogating him on the password. He wasn't responding well, so she began torturing him. He eventually gave her the password, but the wrong one, which led to the site being frozen. She angrily knocked him out. Avery went on to call Sorina to help her hack his laptop. She also called Hedlund for his help, and he agreed to assist her. Avery then linked up with Sorina for some information digging using a very large drone to get to the CIA headquarters. Meanwhile, her hostage is now conscious. Avery Graves tried accessing the file, linking to the Canary Black. She got it and immediately began to copy all. Meanwhile, Heard was also found in his room helplessly on the floor by his bodyguards and secretary, so he informed them of Avery Graves' plans to steal vital information. However, Avery Graves successfully copied it, but now the whole security knows about her whereabouts. Sorina drove her drone to the rooftop to assist Avery Graves, but did a rough landing. Avery stole a vehicle to escape. Meanwhile, the blackmailer got the information about Avery Graves' successfully mission escape. Avery and Sorina accessed the files and found out Canary Black wasn't about a blackmail list but a doomsday virus that target each country. So Avery drove her vehicle heading straight to the meeting point. Here she will receive a phone call, which will give her the final location where she will exchange the information for her husband, but unfortunately for her, she landed in an accident. She got to the location but was late. Just then, she got teased by one of the goons who also injected her. Meanwhile, the blackmailer began his mission as he went live to leave a message and threatening all the agencies of United States government. He also shut down all the internet access and electricity of a nearby country and demanded for each country GDP of at least 1%. Hedlund went on to track Avery and brutally eliminated those he came across. But before he could reach inside the building, he got captured and was brought to meet the head of operations. During their discussion, he shot Hedlund and proceeded to torture Avery Graves. He also brought her husband and shot him. Just as she was about finishing David off, he fought her, which in a surprisingly way, eliminated her. Avery is shocked by this and attacked him. He confessed that this was just a plan for her to get the file, but he didn't plan for it to go this bad. He also confirmed he was Callie and assured her that everything they shared was never a lie. They proceeded to go turn off the hacker server, but unfortunately for her, she found Hedlund's lifeless body. David went on to shut down the building server, while Avery Graves sneak into the building basement. A battle ensues between Avery Graves and the goons as bullets fly around the building. The CIA heads straight to the location. Avery and the blackmailer meet on 1v1, and a serious battle ensues between both, while the hacker struggled to finish up his job by uploading the virus to every country. Avery struggled at first in battle, but eventually eliminated the head of operations. She immediately noticed the upload and ran straight to quit it. She successfully did so, and David approached her to apologize. She returned David rings and told him it is all over. David escaped by jumping off the building, and Avery got arrested and detained. She got questions, but Avery Graves isn't having it and still beat him up. Just then a lady walked in and approached her, while also offering her a job in the Mi-6. She freed her while also promising her all her crime would be wiped out. The movie Canary Black then came to an end. If you enjoy recap like this, kindly subscribe for more. Goodbye and thanks for watching.